Welcome to Golden Memories. I'm Barbara. Here we revisit the lives of cherished icons whose moments continue to shine through time. Their talent, warmth, and dedication left a lasting impression on audiences everywhere. Join us as we celebrate their journeys across film, music, and culture, honoring memories that remain timeless and forever inspiring. Michael Patrick was an Irish actor known for his steady work in television and stage productions. From an early age, he showed interest in performance and gradually built a career shaped by dedication and consistency. He was appreciated for his natural presence and ability to bring sincerity to his roles on screen and stage. Television and theater work. He appeared in various television projects, including a small role in Game of Thrones, alongside a large ensemble cast. Alongside screen work, he remained active in theater, performing in both classical and modern plays. His stage performances were noted for emotional depth and adaptability, allowing him to connect strongly with live audiences over the years and fellow performers alike naturally. Personal strength and legacy. Later in life, Michael faced health challenges, but continued to stay connected to his craft whenever possible. Friends and family described him as calm, resilient, and deeply devoted to his work and loved ones. His wife, Naomi, remembered him as warm and kind. He is remembered for his dedication and lasting impact in performance, and respected by many colleagues always. Dolly Martinez is being fondly remembered by her family and loved ones following her passing at the age of 30. Those close to her have asked for privacy, as they take time to grieve and honor her life in a respectful and personal way. Public journey. Dolly was known for her openness during her time on reality television, where she shared candid insights into her personal challenges, including health and emotional well-being. Over time, she spoke about working towards stability and rebuilding her life with strength and determination. Her honest approach helped audiences relate to her on a deeper level and appreciate her authenticity. Tributes and family message. Friends and family remember Dolly as a kind and vibrant person who brought warmth and humor into the lives of those around her. Her family has kindly requested understanding and space as they navigate this difficult time. Supporters and viewers who followed her journey have shared messages of sympathy and appreciation for her honesty and resilience, reflecting on the impact she made through her presence and openness. She is remembered for the connections she built and the lasting impressions she left behind. Payton Jones built his foundation through hard work and discipline. He studied sociology at the University of Nebraska, where he balanced academics with his goal of reaching professional football. From early on, he showed a strong sense of focus and determination, always pushing himself to improve and stay committed to his long-term dreams. NFL and professional career. Chris entered the NFL in 2018 as an undrafted free agent, beginning a challenging but inspiring journey. He spent time with teams such as the Detroit Lions, Arizona Cardinals, Minnesota Vikings, and Las Vegas Raiders. Later, he continued in the UFL before stepping away from professional football earlier this year, leaving behind a story of persistence and effort. Life and legacy. He is remembered for his positive attitude, kindness, and dedication both on and off the field. Chris passed away at the age of 30, following a tragic accident. He is survived by his young son, Aiden. Those who knew him recall his supportive nature and the encouragement he gave to young athletes pursuing their dreams. Ashley Jana was recently in Tanzania celebrating two meaningful milestones in her life: her birthday and her engagement to her fiancé. The trip was filled with a luxurious stay, breathtaking landscapes, and memorable wildlife experiences. She shared glimpses of her journey online, capturing joyful and heartfelt moments from what was intended to be a beautiful chapter of travel and togetherness with her partner. Unexpected incident. During the trip, Ashley experienced a sudden medical emergency and later passed away. Local authorities have begun an inquiry to understand the circumstances, and details are still being carefully reviewed. At this stage, no final conclusions have been shared, as the focus remains on gathering accurate information with care and respect. Family and remembrance. Following the news, Ashley's family expressed deep grief and requested privacy and understanding during this difficult time. They shared that they are cooperating fully with authorities and trusting the ongoing process. Her fiancé, Joe McCann, was with her during the trip, and those who knew Ashley remember her as warm, vibrant, and full of life, leaving a lasting impact on everyone around her. Michael McDonald's story begins not with noise or spectacle, but with quiet observation and an almost internal relationship with sound. From an early age, he was less drawn to attention and more drawn to feeling, finding meaning in music rather than conversation. He did not come from privilege or industry connections, nor was his path mapped out by anyone around him. Instead, his journey unfolded slowly, shaped by curiosity, persistence, and an emotional sensitivity that set him apart. The piano became his earliest companion, a place where silence transformed into expression. What began as simple fascination soon grew into necessity, as music became the only language that seemed capable of holding everything he felt, but could not easily explain to others. Early life. Music as a private refuge. Growing up, Michael McDonald developed an inward personality that leaned toward listening rather than speaking. He was not shy in the traditional sense, but reflective, always processing the world internally before responding to it. In his household, music was not a luxury, yet it became his refuge. The piano in his environment was more than an instrument. It became a space where he could translate emotion into sound. He spent long hours experimenting with chords and melodies, not to perform for others, but to understand himself. Even as a young boy, he showed a deep sensitivity to harmony and tone, gravitating towards soulful expression, long before he understood the language of genres or industry expectations. Early struggles, finding a place in music. As he grew older, Michael McDonald began to realize that his voice and style did not fit neatly into the expectations of the time. His sound carried a soulful depth that felt out of step with mainstream trends, making it difficult for him to find a clear path forward. He played in small local bands, performing in modest venues where attention was rarely guaranteed. These environments were often noisy and indifferent, yet he continued to perform with consistency and patience. Rather than discouraging him, these early struggles shaped his resilience. Each performance, no matter how small, added to his understanding of music as a long-term pursuit, rather than an immediate breakthrough. Los Angeles years, a world of uncertainty. When Michael McDonald moved to Los Angeles, he entered a world that was both promising and overwhelming. The city was filled with fast-moving talent, ambitious musicians, and an industry that often prioritized image as much as sound. In this environment, he initially worked behind the scenes, taking on session jobs and background vocal roles. While these opportunities did not bring immediate recognition, they allowed him to refine his craft and build professional connections. The experience was both challenging and formative, as he learned how to navigate an industry that was not always aligned with his quiet, introspective nature. Slowly, he began to carve out a place for himself. Steely Dan era, a voice in the background. During the early 1970s, Michael McDonald worked with Steely Dan, contributing backing vocals that subtly enhanced their sound. Although he was not a featured artist at the time, his voice carried a distinct emotional quality that added depth to the recordings. These sessions were significant not for fame, but for experience. They placed him in professional studio environments where precision and artistry were essential. Even in the background, his presence was noticeable to those who paid close attention. This period reinforced his understanding of music as a collaborative process, while also highlighting that his unique vocal tone had the potential to stand out in a much larger way. The Doobie Brothers. A turning point. Everything changed when Michael McDonald joined the Doobie Brothers in 1975. Initially brought in as a temporary replacement, he was not expected to redefine the band's identity. However, his arrival quickly shifted the group's sound in a noticeable way. The band's earlier guitar-driven style began to evolve into something smoother and more emotionally layered. His voice became central to this transformation, bringing a soulful richness that expanded their musical direction. While some fans struggled with the change, others embraced it as a natural evolution. Internally, the transition was not without tension, but it marked the beginning of a defining era in his career. Breakthrough success. Defining a new sound. With songs like Taking It to the Streets, and later What a Fool Believes, Michael McDonald helped shape a new chapter for the Doobie Brothers. These tracks did not simply perform well commercially, they redefined expectations of what the band could be. His songwriting and vocal delivery introduced a reflective, emotionally grounded style that resonated widely with audiences. The success of these works brought industry recognition, including major awards and critical acclaim. However, with success came pressure. Touring demands increased, expectations grew heavier, and creative tensions within the group became more visible. Beneath the achievements, a sense of strain quietly developed over time. Departure and reflection, choosing balance over fame. By the early 1980s, Michael McDonald made the decision to step away from the Doobie Brothers. This choice was not driven by failure, but by a need for balance and personal clarity. Walking away at a peak moment in his career reflected a deeper understanding of his own limits and priorities. The intensity of fame, touring, and expectation had taken its toll, and stepping back allowed him to reconnect with himself. This period was not an escape from music, but a recalibration of his relationship with it. It marked a shift from collective identity to individual expression, and from external pressure to internal grounding. Solo career, a more introspective path. In 1982, Michael McDonald released his first solo album, If That's What It Takes, signaling a new creative phase. The music leaned toward introspection rather than spectacle, emphasizing emotional honesty over commercial trends. Songs like I Keep Forgettin' showcased his ability to blend soulful expression with contemporary sound. His solo work did not rely on reinvention, but on refinement of what already defined him. During this time, collaborations also played a key role in his career, including successful duets that expanded his audience. While he remained active in music, his personal life also became more central, bringing new responsibilities and perspectives. Influence and musical identity, a voice that redefined soul in pop. Michael McDonald's artistic identity became one of the most distinctive voices in modern music because it blended soul, pop, and soft rock in a way that felt deeply emotional, yet technically refined. His tone carried a textured warmth that made even simple melodies feel layered with meaning. Over time, his style became a bridge between genres, influencing both contemporary pop and later R&B artists. What set him apart was not just vocal ability, but emotional clarity. He didn't perform songs, he inhabited them. This approach helped shift mainstream music toward more expressive and introspective vocal styles during the late 20th century. Personal life and grounding, finding balance beyond fame. Away from the stage, Michael McDonald built a life centered on stability, family, and personal reflection. Marriage and fatherhood introduced a grounding force that contrasted sharply with the demands of touring and recording. While the music industry often demanded constant visibility and reinvention, he chose a more balanced path, valuing presence over exposure. This shift did not remove him from music, but changed his relationship with it. Instead of chasing constant output, he focused on meaningful engagement with his craft and loved ones. This balance helped him sustain a long career without losing the emotional honesty that defined his work from the beginning. Evolution of craft. Staying true through changing eras. As decades passed, Michael McDonald's approach to music remained steady, even as the industry around him transformed dramatically. From analog recording eras to digital production shifts, he maintained a consistent focus on voice, harmony, and emotional storytelling. While many artists reinvented themselves repeatedly to match trends, he leaned into continuity. This did not mean resistance to change, but rather selective adaptation that preserved his core identity. His later collaborations and performances reflected maturity rather than reinvention, showing how an artist can evolve without abandoning their essence. This long-term consistency became one of his most defining professional strengths: cultural impact. Beyond charts and commercial peaks, Michael McDonald's influence cannot be measured only through chart success or awards, though he achieved both. His deeper impact lies in how his voice became part of collective musical memory across generations. Songs he contributed to continue to appear in films, covers, and sampled works, allowing his sound to persist in evolving cultural spaces. Even listeners who did not know his name often recognized his voice instantly. This kind of cultural imprint is rare and reflects how deeply his work resonated emotionally. Over time, he became less of a moment in music history and more of a lasting presence within it. Changing industry, quiet years, and persistence. As the music industry evolved through the late 1980s and beyond, Michael McDonald's style became less aligned with mainstream trends. Rather than adapting aggressively to changing sounds, he chose consistency and authenticity. This decision led to periods of reduced visibility in popular charts, but not absence from music itself. He continued writing, performing, and collaborating, even as public attention shifted elsewhere. These years were marked by quiet persistence, where the focus was less on fame and more on artistic integrity. His voice, once part of a dominant commercial era, began to be appreciated in a different way, more for its timeless emotional quality than its chart performance. Legacy and rediscovery. A voice that endures. Over time, Michael McDonald's music found new audiences, often through films, sampling, and renewed cultural interest. His voice, once tied to a specific era, began to feel universal and enduring. Listeners discovered or rediscovered his work not as nostalgia, but as something still relevant and emotionally resonant. This gradual revival highlighted the lasting impact of his contributions to music. Rather than chasing trends, he had created work that naturally outlived them. His influence extended across generations, proving that authenticity often carries more longevity than reinvention. In this way, his legacy continued to grow quietly, without needing reinvention or reinvention-driven promotion. Conclusion: a life shaped by honesty and music. Michael McDonald's journey is defined not by constant visibility, but by consistency of spirit. From a quiet boy drawn to the piano to a defining voice in modern music, his path reflects patience, resilience, and emotional honesty. He never relied on spectacle to define his career, instead allowing sincerity to guide his choices. Whether performing with a band, working solo, or stepping away to reflect, he remained grounded in the same core instinct: to create music that feels real. His story continues to unfold, not as a finished legacy, but as an ongoing expression of an artist who chose authenticity over noise and meaning over momentum.